Arrays are a common tool that we use in a lot of different languages if we need a collection of items. Java is no different, and the way we create an array is very similar to the way we do it in C or C++. There are, however, a couple little differences. Namely, an array inside of Java is actually an object, which means that there are properties and methods that we can use in order to do more things with it and make it even more useful to us. Let's take a quick look at how we're going to create an array. So I'm going to specify int and then my variable name. I'm going to say something like numbers. I'm going to use the square brackets. This defines I have an array. And say equals new int 10. This creates an array called numbers and makes it of size 10. Now, I don't have to create the array like this. This is, however, the most common way that we're going to see an array defined. I can put my square brackets after the int, like I'm going to show you here. But notice I still have to put new and then the int. The new is helping us to define this as an object that we can later use. Now, most people will use the first type. Probably 90-95% of the time in the code that I've seen, that's what you're seeing. I can then come in here and say something like numbers dot, and you notice I have a large number of methods and properties. Some are very simple, like for example, length, which is a property that tells me how many elements are inside my array. Others like toString and getClass let me use things that I can possibly do in order to work with this as an object. Now, I don't have to have just integer arrays. I can have an array of anything that I want. It could be a primitive data type like booleans or ints or doubles. It could also be an object like strings or something that I've defined and created for myself, such as employees or products. So let's take a look at how we're going to create an array of strings. So we're going to say string names. I still need my square brackets, equals, and then I'm going to have some curly braces. These braces are going to be used to hold the values that I want. I'm not going to have to specify a size because Java is going to say, well, how many elements are you passing into me? That's how many elements I'm going to give you for your array. So I can come over here and say Mike, Christina, and a few other names if I want. Notice I use a comma to separate them, and because these are strings, they're included within a set of double quotes. This gives me an array that has 4 separate elements. Like in languages such as Python and C, your array is going to start at an index of 0. Arrays must be the same data type for all of its elements, and arrays are of fixed size. We cannot change the size to either make them grow or to shrink. This is pretty standard in C-style languages. Java is one of those. If you need a dynamically sized array, there is another object that Java provides called a vector, and we will look at that in the future. Right now, we don't need to know about that. In these next videos, we're going to look at how do we work with these arrays and start to use them. Hopefully you'll stick around so you can see more videos like that. If you like this video, please give it a like so that I know what to create more video topics of. Consider subscribing so you can see more videos that I create on learning how to program.